Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Yankee Stadium for the fourth game of the 1976 World Series. Here are the official lineups. First, the National League champions, the Cincinnati Reds. Here is the manager of the defending world champions, number 10, Sparky Anderson. Batting first, playing third base, number 14, Pete Rose. Batting second, in right field, number 30, Ken Griffey. Batting third, playing second base, number 8, Joe Morgan. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 24, Tony Perez. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 22, Dan Dreesen. Batting sixth, in left field, number 15, George Foster. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 5, Johnny Bench. Batting eighth, in center field, number 20, Cesar Geronimo. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 13, Dave Concepcion. And the pitcher, warming up in the bullpen, number 38, Gary Nolan. And now, the rest of the Cincinnati Reds. Ladies and gentlemen, the American League champions, the New York Yankees. The manager of the American League champions, number 1, Billy Martin. Batting first, in center field, number 17, Mickey Rivers. Batting second, in left field, number 6, Roy White. Batting third, the catcher, number 15, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 10, Chris Chambliss. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 38, Carlos May. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 9, Greg Nettles. Batting seventh, in right field, number 23, Oscar Gamble. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 30, Willie Randolph. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 11, Fred Stanley. And the pitcher, warming up in the bullpen, Ed Figueroa. And now, the rest of the New York Yankees. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, singing the national anthem tonight is musician seaman Robert B. Johnson of the United States Navy. Seaman Johnson has performed as a guest vocalist with symphony orchestras around the world in his travels with the Navy. He will be assisted tonight by Navy musicians Michael Levy and Chester A. King, both on snare drum. Ladies and gentlemen, now to honor America, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb-fed skiing in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
With the helicopter shot and the singing of the national anthem by Seaman Robert B. Johnson, we get ready for baseball at Yankee Stadium. Game number 4 coming up. The big crowd representing the 2 million the Yankees drew here is back as Game 4 is set to unfold. The U.S. Navy, celebrating its 201st anniversary, is on hand, and so is the former voice of the Yankees, Mal Allen. The voice of the national anthem is Seaman Robert Johnson, while the men in pinstripes are out to try and stop a red October sweep. Pete Rose hands in the Cincinnati lineup. Yogi Berra, the Yankee lineup. The Yankees are going with one of their best pitchers, 19-game winner Ed Figueroa. There's Figueroa, who will be the starting pitcher for the Yankees.
Figueroa, the top winner for the Yankees this year, might have been the most consistent pitcher all year long. A lot of people ask Billy Martin, why not Holtzman? Why not coming back with Hunter? Well, we asked Billy Martin why he is starting for this important 4th game. The man on the mound right now in that quadrant, Ed Figueroa.
Number one, because he deserves to start in the World Series, because he's one of my best pitchers on my staff. If I have to go to the whole bullpen tonight, I will. But Figueroa has done a great job for me, and I'm very proud of him.
It was a word he used there that I liked. He deserved to start.
He really did, Joe, and I tell you, he had a lot of pressure on him. The last 2 games of the regular season, they televised back to Puerto Rico, and he would have been the first Puerto Rican to have won 20 games in the big leagues. And Tony, he tried too hard. You know what happens when you try too hard. The slider doesn't slide and the curve doesn't break. So I think he's about due. In his last 4 starts, he hasn't won. So I think the averages are in his favor.
He last pitched on October 13th. That's the 5th game of the playoffs. He allowed 4 runs, 8 hits, and 7 innings. He also started the 2d game of the playoffs. He lost 7-2. How about that?
Little hex. They're trying to pull. Is that a chicken? A rooster? Little voodoo. Somebody threw a rooster out from behind the Reds dugout.
Leading it off in Game 4 is Pete Rose. Pete is leading it off. Ready to go. Did he bunt? No, says third base umpire Lee Wire. Rose is 2 for 11. Down the left field line, a fair ball. This will be extra bases. 2-base hit, ground rule double. That was 2-base hit all the way for Rose.
And as always, Pete Rose is ready to start the action. And he gets it going in a hurry. A ground rule double.
And I was just going to say, Joe, the Yankees have kept Rose and Griffey off the bases early in the ball game, and they were the men that was supposed to get on and score a lot of runs. Now they're getting on, so it's going to make it that much tougher for the Yankees.
Well, here is Griffey. Bouncing ball. Rose is going to go to third. They got a shot. They got him trapped. And now he's motioning for Griffey to move over. They may have a double play. Missed him, but he's out. Out of the baseline. Says the second base umpire, Davey Phillips. And so the Cincinnati Reds, for the first time this series, pulled the rock.
There it is. Look at it again. Not too good a base running by Pete Rose. Stanley very alertly gets the runner. Now they do the right thing as opposed to the other day. Look at Pete signaling for Griffey to come over. That's it. One throw, they got him, and they've got Griffey hung up.
Now nobody went over to cover first base had he gone back.
He's got 3 feet from the line of the tag there, and he went farther than that. Phillips called him out.
Ken Griffey, who missed winning the National League batting title on the last day, is the batter. Griffey hits a ground ball to Stanley. Fires to Nettles. They got Rose hung up. Rose turns coach and says, "Come on over, Ken." That's a mistake. Double play. And that takes care of a big inning. The Yankees playing alert, aggressive baseball.
Yeah, I tell you, that could pick the Yankees up for the first time in the series.
Here is Joe Morgan. Strike one. I tell you, that looked like a fire drill on a rainy day. Everybody was moving. If you're scoring, that play went 6-5-3-4. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Ball game just getting started. Chambliss surrounds it. Takes it himself, and the inning is over. So we go to the bottom half of the first. Cincinnati, nothing. Yankees coming to bat. There you see Gary Nolan, 15-9 in 1976, a 3.46 earned run average. He was 15-9 in 1975.
How about his control, Joe?
Great control. He's had exceptional control in each of the last 2 seasons, leading the regular National League starters each year with an average of only 1.2 walks per 9 innings. Even better average in 1976. Only 27 base on balls, including 3 intentional in 239 innings. And here comes Rose in again, moving in closer.
He's closer than ever.
He really is.
Every ball game he's moved another step or 2 in on Rivers. Let's see if Rivers tries to peck it by him or goes to swinging like he should.
Look at that. He's right in on top of him. Foul balls. Upper deck.
Maybe Billy Martin had a little talk with Rivers. Rivers can whip the bat like that. I tell you, that Foster's playing very shallow in left. Mick has hit many balls 1 hop off that left field wall.
He's opened his stance, Phil.
Yes, he has.
He's facing the pitcher more than he was the other games. Curveball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. If Pete Rose gets any closer, he'll have to put pinstripes on. 2 balls and 1 strike. I'll tell you something, watching him play that close, you either have to have a lot of confidence or a good insurance man. Look at him.
No way a line drive that he can protect himself if it's right at him.
Popped up. Pete Rose and Concepcion. Now Concepcion takes charge. 1 out. This telecast is authorized under television rights granted by Major League Baseball solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, retransmission for commercial or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is prohibited. Here's Roy White. He's 2 for 10. Joe Morgan bobbles it in time. 2 up, 2 down. That statistic we showed you earlier really tells a story. As a team, the Yankees are hitting .222. The Cincinnati Reds, .327. Thurman Munson. Munson is 5 for 13. Off the handle, it may drop in there. Morgan gives it a chase. It's a base hit for Munson. A blooper for Munson.
While the Reds go on getting tougher for the Yankees, Munson gets tougher on the Reds. Starts with the first inning base hit off Gary Nolan.
Well, the Yankees have been talking about all the bloopers the Reds have been getting off them, so they dunk one in there.
See what Morgan said about that, though? He said, yeah, we've been hitting those 370-foot bloopers. Here is Chambliss. Chambliss 4 for 12 in this series. No score, bottom of the first. That's a base hit, left center field. Munson is rounding second. He's digging hard. They're going to try to score him. Here comes the throw. 1-0 New York.
I tell you, this is a different ball game. This is the way the Yankees played all year.
You get a chance right now to see Munson, the terrific break he gets off first base. He didn't need a coach on this. Right now he picks up his coach, Dick Hauser. Geronimo, in spite of his strong arm, did not give Davey Concepcion a good relay throw. It was a hopper to him. Here comes Geronimo's throw. Look at that. Geronimo's arm's usually stronger than that. A little bit offline, setting up on that cutoff play. They took the indirect route, Phil.
Yep.
Good hustle by Thurman.
Chambliss lines a hit to left center field. Watch Munson. He never hesitates. He's coming all the way. Here's the throw. Not in time.
The Yankees, for the first time in this series, have taken the lead 1-0. Chambliss is on at second with the double, and Carlos May is the batter. May is 0 for 6. Dick Hauser, the third base coach, really had him coming all the way. Munson able to score from first. Not many catchers can do that. This crowd looking for something to root about. They got it. Up the middle. Concepcion, a fine play to throw in time. What a play. Saved the run, took a base hit away. Dave Concepcion. So at the end of an inning, it's New York 1, Cincinnati nothing.
Once again, as other times this series, we see a great defensive play by a Cincinnati Red, this time Concepcion, to save another run. I don't know who could have done that other than that guy.
Tony Kubek's the only guy that showed up, and I know I couldn't.
That guy is
unbelievable.
so quick and so fast.
Strike one to Tony Perez. That ball was by him, guys.
Boy, I know it.
Got it in between hop, too, Phil.
Bad hop, too.
Off the handle, Chambliss will take it himself, out number 1. Now, both of you guys could have made that play. I mean, we'll forget the humility. But what I want to ask you is, when a ball like that, do you figure you got a chance, or are you just going to go all out?
You got to go all out because, as Tony said, he was playing Carlos May straight away, which made it more unbelievable. And then to get the in-between hop, and you got to have a strong arm to throw him out.
One thing you're thinking of also, with a man in scoring position, I've got to at least knock the ball down when he's at second base. Keep the ball from going to the outfield. Going further and made the play.
Save the run. New York leading 1-0. Dan Dreesen, who was 5 for 11. Left field, Roy White coming in. 2 outs.
Yeah, that wind is playing tricks with that ball high in the air.
Well, the gusts were supposed to be something like 20 to 25 miles an hour.
Let's see it with the flags top the Yankees. There's the old facade, Tony. Remember, used to be up a deck in right field.
Is that a reproduction or the original facade taken from somewhere else?
Reproduction.
Is it?
Hate to say it, but it is.
But tradition is still there. George Foster. Foster 5 for 11. Figueroa is playing games with him now. Foster's driven in 3 runs. The Reds have scored in first or second inning of every game.
Foster's like Munson. He makes all pitches wait, doesn't he?
You ought to see Foster and Jim Cott from the Phillies.
1 ball, 1 strike. I would like to have seen Gibson and Foster.
Yeah, blink your eye and throw that ball. And look at big Johnny Bench.
3 balls and 1 strike. Where you said big Johnny Bench, he's going to do a benefit with Bob Hope. We'll tell you about it a little bit later on, more about it, but he's going to sing Big Bad Leroy Brown. That's his hit song.
Now to hear that.
Foster outside, draws the base on balls. It puts him on and brings up Johnny Bench. Bench 6 for 11. He was the victim of that great play by Grant Jackson, who told me he did that a lot.
What a play! That's a Bill Lee. That's one of those plays that only the coach and Lewis can do. Boy. I don't know, miracle.
No. That's what he said. I started laughing. He said he caught one in the back of his knee off Perez, a line drive. Just where his knee bends, he said the ball's stuck there. Grant Jackson backhanded that ball on him. 1-0, New York leading, top of the 2nd inning. 2 men out. Foster's at first. Very close.
He's quick to first.
He went back in there standing up. Bruce Fleming, the umpire.
A couple guys on the bench watching all of this in the dugout at third base, and that's Morgan, Concepcion, and Griffey. They want to see a few moves over to first base. They want to try and pick something up in the event they get on during this ball game. They don't miss much.
There you see Rose and Perez. Gullett into the blanket. Fouled out of play. 2 strikes on Johnny Bench.
Joe and Phil, that was one of the big things. I had a chance to glance briefly at the Cincinnati report, and one of the big things they had was they timed every pitcher on the Yankee staff, how quickly he gets rid of the ball on the home plate, what his leg kick was going home, what was the first movement he made going to first base. And it's the most detailed thing. It goes to 6 pages on that. Evaluating these guys.
There he goes. Pitch out. They should get him. They got him. Munson pitches out. Randolph covering. Foster's out. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. New York 1, Cincinnati nothing. As we look at City Hall. A beautiful shot.
Yankees minimize the Reds' attack. Foster tries to steal. Cut down.
It's not luck when you pitch out. You have to know something and get a good ball to handle. Munson does. Eye level, and he's in perfect position to get rid of that ball. He was perfectly balanced.
Watch Randolph. Now, for a rookie, this kid, right in front of the bag. He's got to tag him before his foot hits the bag. And I tell you, for a rookie, that kid does it all.
Good play. Here is Greg Nettles. New York leading 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 2nd. We take a look at a beautiful shot from the helicopter live, Yankee Stadium. Game 4. Didn't mean to swing. Nolan, Perez, 1 out. Boy, that makes you mad when you do that.
It's that changeup. What do you throw? Every pitch a changeup?
Seemed like I think he threw 4 of them.
1 out, Oscar Gamble is the batter, and we pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network. one. Mel Allen, longtime Yankee announcer, threw out the first ball. Joe DiMaggio threw it out last night. DiMaggio in the ballpark tonight, along with the great heavyweight champion, Jack Dempsey. Popped up. Pete Rose.
The way he slaps at this ball.
I didn't have nerve enough, did you?
Oh, that scared me.
2 outs. And it brings up Willie Randolph. Randolph is 1 for 10. Shallow center field. Geronimo coming in and makes the play. He thought that ball was hit much harder. That ends the inning. At the end of 2 full innings, New York 1, Cincinnati nothing. There you see it. If you've ever been in New York, our helicopter is coming from the south towards Yankee Stadium. Beautiful sight. Here, Johnny Bench. Ball 1.
He's closed his stance up. Isn't it something he struggled almost all year long, and he finally found that little knack of swinging the bat and timing the pitcher. Seems to be working for him.
And I think that's great when you can adjust, you know, when you're having a bad year and you try something different.
Popped up in the infield. Randolph is taking charge. Bench is out.
I think he got away with a pitch there.
Brings up Geronimo. Geronimo is 2 for 9 in the series. That's a base hit, left center field. Mickey Rivers cuts it off, stumbles a bit, but Geronimo a big turn. And boys, get the track shoes out because you know they're going to be going. There he goes. Here's the throw. Not in time. Boy, I tell you, you sit back there sometimes and you're dying. You know the guy's going, you can't do anything about it.
It's an excellent job. Figueroa never gave Munson a chance. Stanley was covering this time, thinking Davey was going the opposite way. He beat the pitcher that time, Phil.
Oh, absolutely. That's, as Joe mentioned, Figueroa lifts that leg up and hesitates. And Munson had to get rid of it too quickly. I think a real good throw would have gotten him, Tony.
Could have been close.
But when you have to get rid of it so fast, you got to give up accuracy. You throw it in hope. That's a 6th steal for the Reds. 9 attempts. 1 man out. 3-1 to count. Out of play. Ball 4. There you see Billy Martin on the Yankee bench. Cincinnati with a threat. Geronimo is on at second. Sparky Anderson. Joe Morgan. Pete Rose, who doubled his first time up. 1 man out. Bouncing ball. Chambliss wide. He'll go to second. Throw to third. Close. Nice play by Stanley. So that puts Geronimo at third. Rose at first.
Here it is again, Phil, and I got to ask you, did you ever get a guy at third base on this play? I tried it several times, never could get somebody.
Yeah, I got a couple of guys, Tony, but they were taking that big turn, which you have to do. You know, that was a good play by Chambliss, too. I didn't think he was going to go with that runner going, and a big lead Concepcion had at first base.
Ken Griffey, the batter. Good sinker. You saw it that time. Strike 1.
Amazes me this guy's such a good hitter, and he's a stiff-arm swinger.
His hitting instructor and the Reds instructor, Kozuski, thinks that someday, and he's got speed, we know that, he might hit 20, 25 home runs. That's how strong he is.
Up the middle, off the glove. Randolph will have to make the play to first. It is in time. What a play he made. 1-4-3 if you're scoring. I didn't think they could get Griffey, but they did. Bottom of the third, 1-0 New York.
and they make the big defensive play. With the runner at third, Griffey bounces to Randolph, gets his man. And that Yankee bench, look at it, says it all.
Willie Randolph had to do everything right on this play. The ball was stopped from going to center field by Figueroa. Then Rose blocked his view. He had to field the ball cleanly, get rid of it quickly and accurately, and he did all of them, Phil.
Beautifully executed.
Saved the run.
Fred Stanley leads it off. Ball one. Trailing by a run. Ball two. Ball three.
Well, if anybody can get at Stanley, he's a very patient hitter. It's like Roy White, Tony.
Ball four. Stanley draws the walk. There it is. A base on balls. Larry Shepard, the pitching coach. Front with the glasses. Sparky Anderson behind him.
Gotta wonder now, Phil, with Rivers not hitting and maybe Billy going for an insurance run, you never know. He may have Rivers sacrificing. It's still early, but Rivers hasn't done much for him offensively so far.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You'd have to bunt for me. How about you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Although Mickey's tough to double. I think only once all year he's hit into a double play on the ground.
Strike one.
Boy, there's a tough play for a base runner. The guy tries to bunt that way.
Alan Roth points out that during the season, Rivers had only 2 sacrifice bunts.
He doesn't bunt to sacrifice. He tries to beat him out.
Popped up. Foster in left field taking charge. Comes in and makes the play. So there's one away. Stanley's at first. 1-0, New York leading. Bottom of the third, Roy White the batter. White bounced out. Morgan to Perez back in the first inning. Dick Hauser coaches at third. He gets his signs from Billy Martin. Elston Howard coaches at first. Deep to right center field. Geronimo and Griffey, they got room. Griffey makes the play on the warning track. 2 outs.
Just made him reach for the ball a little bit, didn't he? The ball may have tailed away, and he just had to flick at it at the end.
Here is Thurman Munson. Munson singled to right his first time up. Came around to score when Chambliss doubled into left field. That's been all the scoring so far. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. 6 for 14. Line drive, base hit, right field. Stanley is rounding second. He's going to hold up. Munson, another base hit. 2 for 2 tonight. Fred Potek, in the first show we did on the baseball world, said with men on bases, he just goes to right field. He's a tough man. And sure enough, you put somebody on base, he just lines that ball to right field.
That's right. Just as Tony said, they pitch him out there, and Munson is a smart hitter.
Here is Chambliss, who doubled to drive in the Yankee run. 5 for 13 in this World Series.
He's got a hitting streak.
Joe Morgan bobbles the ball. Everybody's safe. Throw to third. Can't have him. Just did get back. Morgan bobbles it, and he laid back and got caught. The ball played him.
Absolutely, Joe. Tony mentioned that. He said he's not used to this. The AstroTurf, you get the good bounces.
Kyle Keel's one of the guys, as we watch this replay, who said he saw them in San Francisco on dirt surfaces. They're not as good a feeling team. He said they get into artificial surface habits. You can wait back on the ball because it gets to you more quickly. You do it on this, you get those funny in-between hops.
So the bases are loaded. 2 men out. Carlos May. Ball 1. Ball 2. Carlos May, proud, really whooping it up. May was robbed of a base hit by Concepcion in the first inning and saved the run. He's looking for his first base hit in this World Series. Right. Bases are loaded. 2 men out.
Bullpen started for Cincinnati.
Line drive, left field. Foster's there. Makes the play, and that ends the inning. So as we complete 3 innings, New York 1. As we look at Carnegie Hall, Cincinnati nothing. As we look live at a beautiful sight, Empire State Building, right smack dab in the middle of beautiful New York. Bring you the local boy, the scooter, Phil Rizzuto.
Yep. Pretty soon we'll be seeing King Kong again up on the Empire State Building. They're bringing that movie back.
Smearing it with bananas, huh?
Yeah. All right, here's Joe Morgan ready to lead off. Joe bounced out to first his first time up. And the Yankees know they got to keep this man off the bases. Strike one. 1-1. Just inside. 2 balls and a strike. 3-1.
When we see that shot right there of how well he controls the strike zone, I know I've said it before, but Cecil Upshaw has the best description. His eyeballs are just not that far from the ball, even on the low pitch. He can really control it. He's so compact.
That is a great shot when you get this close up and see Joe's eyes. Really looks him over. Well, he's on, and now the Yankees. Tell you, this guy upsets the whole infield. You know Tony when used to get a fast man on first.
You cheat a little bit more at second base or shortstop, get a little bit closer to the bag, it opens up a hole. Third baseman comes in on occasion. He's doing a little grounds work down there. He's marking off his spot, kicking away some soft dirt at first base. He measures that lead, Phil. I've never seen anybody like him.
I know. Well,
13 feet off a right-hander, 15 feet off a left-hander, almost to the inch.
Figueroa's got to do that. Maybe quick pitch once in a while with Tony Perez up. Perez bounced to first his first time up. Yanks lead 1-0, top of the 4th. Nobody up. Line to left center. Rivers, though, is going to get it. And Morgan, well, look at the long throw by Mickey. That's the best, almost over the head of Chandler. That's the best throw Rivers has made all year.
Morgan at first base, when he takes his lead, he just looks at the pitcher and very defiantly, and he says, here's the throw of Rivers. Even he uncorked it. Just to finish up, Morgan always says some pitchers give him trouble, but nobody can stop him.
Ooh, looked like Munson wanted to pitch out there, didn't it?
Got it. Started out.
A little low for a pitch out. Dreesen flied to left field his first time. And Morgan, if he's going to steal, will steal with that left-hand batter up there. There he goes. And Munson doesn't even throw, and it's a good thing he didn't. What a jump he had.
He had about 4 steps, and Figueroa still had the ball.
Right. You know, every...
Morgan says he does it on quickness. There it is.
Oh, look at
2,
this.
3, 4. He had 4 steps, and Figueroa had the ball.
He does it with a quick start. He says he doesn't have the speed once he gets going like Brock or Cedeno, but he's got to get a good quick jump.
All right, Morgan's 2 for 2, and there's a pop-up, and Thurman Munson. He's one of the best on these. And Crane's got it 2 away. And Morgan, 2 out of 2 in stolen bases, but there are 2 out now. And George Foster, who walked and was caught stealing in the 2nd inning. Line, base hit to left field, and Morgan will score. It's a tie ball game. White will not even throw to the plate, and Foster hit that so hard, Stanley thought he was going to get it. Look at Stanley, hands on his hips. It just took off.
Another instance of the speed of this ball club. White doesn't even try, so they've cut off a run defensively when Concepcion made a good play. And now with the speed on the stolen base and the good jump off second base by Morgan, they tie it up.
Well, at Foster's 4th RBI of the series, you can see why he led the National League in runs batted in.
Well, that was a great shot we had on the replay because you saw it come off the bat and you saw just how close Stanley came.
Yep, game of inches. So it's all tied at 1-1, and Johnny Bench the batter. Johnny popped to second base his first time up. Ball one. Well, Joe Morgan stole a run there with the help of a base hit by Foster. It's got to be frustrating to a catcher, Joe, like Munson, when a guy like that gets a break.
Just wish you had a police whistle and pull him over and check his driver's license. The only way you're going to stop him.
1-1. Each team with 1 run and each team with 3 base hits. Oh, that's gone if it's fair. Hit the screen for a home run. Johnny Bench has just put the Reds out in front 3-1. And Figueroa got that ball where I thought was a good spot, up and in. And as Tony said, Bench's new style of aiming that bat at the pitcher, he timed it beautifully.
I don't know if that was a fastball or a breaking ball. It looked like he was trying to get it in, Phil, but it didn't look like it had a lot of stuff on it like previous fastballs. It may have even been a hanging slider. There's that big, tall foul pole, both corners in Yankee Stadium. A lot of arguments before they put those up.
There it goes. You have to hit. You're hitting all the way. After his toughest summer of injury, pain, and frustration, Johnny Bench comes back in flying red colors to bring his team closer towards a red October sweep.
Geronimo singled and stole a base. Oh, quickly the Reds are out in front 3-1. 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes.
Cary Grant show and Cary Grant, gray-haired gentleman.
Very serious there. In the hole. I don't know whether Stanley will get him. He's going to get him. A good play by the chicken, Fred Stanley. 3 runs for the Reds, and now at the end of 3.5, it's Cincinnati 3, the Yankees 1.
TV, a 2-hour special featuring the best of the comedy sketches from the past quarter century. Jack Benny, George Burns. And Sunday night, you fans in Cincinnati will see Johnny Bench sing Bad Boy Leroy Brown, Pearl Bailey, Roy Clark.
Hope. Nettles grounds one to right center field. Morgan overshifted on him. So Nettles bounces right back with the Yankees trailing 3-1. Greg at first base. That's the 4th hit for the Yankees. And now Oscar Gamble. The Reds lead 3-1. Bouncer. And Perez goes to second. And he drops the ball. Everybody's safe. And this is something we haven't seen the Reds do all series. That's the second error in this ball game, and one by Morgan, one by Concepcion.
Perez threw the ball across the path of the base runner, Nettles. Watch this. It may have blocked Davies' view, one of those sinkers. He gave the target inside, and then he might have lost it. The ball came over the shoulder of Nettles.
I think when Nettles throws his arms up, Tony, watch this. Right there. He blocked it.
Once that runner gets between you boys like that throw to the outfield, it's tough. That's a great shot.
All right.
Concepcion was up against.
Now Willie Randolph. Let's see if Billy Martin has them bunting here. Nobody out. Really an excellent bunter. He'd fly to center his first time up. Nope, hitting away on that pitch. It's low, ball 1. Rose is not in at third. He's barely in on the infield grass. There's Pete. Concepcion and Morgan have shortened up. Nobody out. 1-1.
Barbone and Billingham. Billingham is the man closest to him. Look
Oh,
out.
they got Nettles picked off. And got him at third base, and for some reason Nettles did not slide. I think he would have been safe if he'd have slid.
You're right, Phil. If he had gotten down, Pete Rose was standing straight up, he may have had a chance. This is a tough play when you're trying to get a good jump off second base. The guy either bunts through it. Good play by Davey also.
I don't think you'd have beat it,
No,
guys.
he
That
wouldn't
ball
have.
was there.
Pete was looking to be bowled over, and he was just steadying himself.
Pete was ready for a 3rd and 2 play.
Right.
Yep. Well, Willie Randolph having his problems, 2 for 17 in the playoffs and 1 for 11 in the series. And they called that pitch a strike, so there's 1 out. Strike 3. That ball had to just nip the corner. And Randolph called out, and quickly there are 2 outs now.
Breaking ball. Here it is. Where he caught it, it wasn't a strike, but where it crossed the plate, it probably was. Last 2 innings, for the first time in the series, Cincinnati's given some things to the Yankees they haven't taken advantage of.
Nope. Fred Stanley, who walked, takes a ball.
But they put a string on every gift. They give it to you and they take it away. They give you an air, zip, they pick you off.
Yeah.
They gave you an air last night, Zachary picks Rivers off. They got every gift tied onto a string.
It's a right field, but right there is Griffey and makes the catch. So nothing across, and at the end of 4 innings, it's the Reds 3, the Yankees 1.
He made a big play in the 4th. 2 on, Randolph set the bunt. Misses. Bench fires his second. Nettles is trapped. Rose tags him. Rallies over.
I never saw one like that. Very Field hates Pete Rose.
Passaic loves him.
Concepcion wants Deegan to look at the umpire at the ball. On deck, Pete Rose. Bouncer. And Nettles throws him out. 1 away. That might have been tough in Cincinnati. That ball might have bounced over his head, Tony. Pete has double to left and bounced into a force play. Left field, and Roy White is there. It's 2 away. Tough left field there at the stadium, but Roy plays it very well. And now Ken Griffey. Nettles makes the catch. So they're down in order, and now at the end of 4 1/2, it's the Reds 3 and the Yankees 1.
Well, you see Robert L. Hausum, the president of the Cincinnati Reds. Next to him is Mr. Lewis Nippert, who is chairman. I'll say one thing for old Bob. The weatherman said it was 51 degrees. You couldn't prove it by him.
All right, Mickey Rivers to lead it off. Mick has popped to short, fly to left. Cincinnati gave the Yankees 2 big breaks in the 3rd and 4th inning. Oh, he fooled them on that change. It's unbelievable that Rose can take that bat away from Rivers the way he's done this whole series. Gonna have to put blinkers on Mickey so he doesn't look at Rose. Try to slap that by him, and it was in on him.
He's just made him change his hitting style completely, hasn't he? Just forced him into it, psyched him out.
Yeah, Pete's laughing. He knows it. He's gotten away with it for the whole series. Still 0-2.
They know Rivers swings at a lot of bad pitches. In the scouting report, they said throw him some change-ups, make sure they're bad pitches. He'll go after almost anything near the strike zone. And this kid could hit 340, 350 if he laid off bad pitches.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a little looper that's going to drop in. How do you like that? you, the Yankees getting every break imaginable tonight, but they've got to take advantage of it sooner or later. Yankees have had 3 bloopers tonight.
Straight change of pace. Rivers fooled, but he had enough left to just dink it out in right center field, or right field.
All right, Roy White has bounced to second and fly to right. During the year, Mickey would steal. Billy would let him steal even though the Yankees were behind. Nope. Right to George Foster in shallow left. 1 man out. Well, that'll bring up Thurman Munson. I tell you, he and Chambliss have been doing it all for the Yankees in this series. 2 for 2 in this game. I scored the Yankees' only run. That was back in the first inning. There goes Rivers. Oh, no. Mickey that time really got a running jump. And I tell you, Nolan never came to a stop that time. He came down and pitched right away. Watch this.
Let's watch Mickey. Nolan with that high knee kick. I don't know who can run faster than this guy once he gets in full gear. Bench made a perfect throw, but he just outran the ball.
Yep.
Here he comes right at you. This is what you'd see if you're taking the throw down at second base.
With that first shot that we had, you could count the steps, and you can't give the guy 4 steps and still hold the ball and throw him out. Even Johnny Bench can't do that.
And that was the first Yankee steal of the series. 1-1 to Munson now. I believe that breaks Johnny Bench's streak of throwing men out in playoffs and World Series. First steal in 26 consecutive games. Post-season game. All right, 1 out. 3-1. The Reds are leading here in the bottom of the 5th. And Munson gets another base hit. And Rivers will score. It is 3-2. And Munson has, along with Chambliss, been the whole Yankee attack. Thurman Munson has got that golden bat tonight.
Joe Morgan felt very mad at himself. He was kicking the dirt. He took a couple of steps to his left, just as the ball was pitched. Gary Nolan got a little too much of the plate. Munson hit it up the middle.
Munson now 8 hits. And 16 at bats. There it is, 3-2 Cincinnati, and Chris Chambliss, who doubled to drive in Munson in the first and reached on an error in the third. 1 out. And line to left center field, but Foster's right there. Boy, did they play him perfectly. 2 out. Gary Nolan, who looks so sharp tonight, making his 7th World Series start. You look at Pedro Bourbon and Jack Billingham. Nolan is 0-2 in World Series competition. And a very high earned run average, 5.54. All right, Carlos May. Well, he's hit the ball hard twice. Concepcion robbed him of a base hit, and then he lined to Foster in left with the bases loaded. Munson's a pretty good base runner if Billy wants to turn him loose. Right at Morgan. Throws him out, but the Yankees pick up a run on 2 base hits, and now at the end of 5, it's the Reds 3, the Yankees 2.
There's the picture swing of Roger Maris. He hit his 61st home run October 1st. Red Sox, 1961. The pitcher was Tracy Stallard. As we look at Lee McPhail, American League president, on the left, and Hall of Famer, former American League president Joe Cronin on the right.
It's the Red bullpen.
There are the Spirit Carriers. Bill Plummer, bullpen catcher.
All right, here's Joe Morgan. He bounced at first, but then he walked and started the Reds rally in the 4th inning. Strike 1. Stole a base. Scored on a 2-out single by Foster. Strike 2. Joe thought it was outside. Off the glove of Stanley. Just got a piece of it. Well, there he is again. What are you going to do?
Another reason that makes Morgan so great, Phil, is he does not fear hitting with 2 strikes. Now he'll go into his groundskeeping act. He doesn't strike out much for a guy that drove in over 100, hit 27 home runs, strikes out about 40 times a year. He still feels he's got you in the hole when there are 2 strikes.
Yep. Well, last time he stole second. Munson didn't even throw the ball. He got such a jump off. Figueroa. Perez bounced the first line to center. Look at the split screen. And a bounce to the third. And Nettles has to go to first. That Morgan. 9 out of 10 other plays you could get at second.
They have demonstrated that speed 4 or 5 times today on defense and on offense. There's another. They remove the force out. Yep. Possible double play.
Dan Dreesen has flied to left and fouled to Munson. He got him on that off-speed pitch. That's all he threw to him, and Randolph will make the play. 2 out. Billy Martin coming out to the mound.
He might be going with first base and asking, who do you prefer to pitch to, Foster or Bench?
Oh, what a choice.
Some choice to make.
How about going beyond them? Maybe Geronimo.
Yeah, no, forget that too.
I think 25 Grant Jackson. What a job he's done for the Yankees. And Billy Martin. What a series that was, Tony. Well, you were in that, weren't you? And he had his 12 hits.
No, I missed that. No, that was before me.
Well, that's right. McDougal was playing short in that series. What am I talking about? I was playing short in that series. 1953. I was still around. What a memory. All right, Morgan at second.
You're bragging about your great mind.
Time flies by so fast. Foster has walked and singled it left field, a drive and a run. Low ball 1. It's 2 breaking pitches. That's what Billy told him. All breaking pitches. Oh, that's good. Well, look at Foster. He didn't think that was a strike. 2 and 2. Anderson never changes his expression. Billy Martin's been very calm with his tough series. Is that Michael?
Walkie-talkie.
He got him. Strike 3. I tell you, every one a breaking pitch. Nothing across. And now, at the end of 5.5 innings, it's Cincinnati 3, the Yankees 2.
Cookie Lavagetto of the Dodgers as we bring you game 4 of 1947. Bill Bevins. Lavagetto hits that ball off the right field wall. Eddie Mixes scores. Larry Getz behind the plate. Look at him almost dusting the plate off. 1947. It broke up the no-hitter, and the Dodgers won the game. A great moment. 1947 game 4.
About 1946 game 4. So you remember that one. It's on the board here in Yankee Stadium. Whitey Karowski, Enos Slaughter, Joe Garagiola. 4 hits. Look at that, folks.
Boy, freeze frame that and keep it up there for a while.
You know, getting back to that Cookie Lavagetto, there very few people knew Bevins had a no-hitter because he had walked 11 men in that game.
He had like 2 infielders out there all the time.
Yep.
Everybody on base.
Hey, speaking of saying hello, Joe McCarthy, my first manager in the big leagues, and what a great manager he was for the Yankees. He's watching the game in Tonawanda, just outside of Buffalo.
What a nice man.
Nettles has hit to the box single and then was picked off second. Yankees trailed 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Right at Morgan. Oh, look, another break for the Yankees. Holy cow, they have had the breaks tonight, and they've only been able to capitalize once on it.
Joe charged this one, but he had no chance. Ball took that bad hop. You're right, Phil. They've got to take advantage of it sooner or later if these breaks keep coming.
All right. Just a reminder with these breaks that if there is a game 5, it'll be 6 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. 6 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night.
All right, Nettles at first with a base hit. The Yankees 7th, and Gamble pops it up. And Morgan near the bag. One hands it for the first out. Well, I was wrong. Bill Bevins walked only 10 men in that ball game. Seemed like there were men on base every inning. Here's Willie Randolph. Willie came up in the 4th inning with runners at first and second, nobody out. Trying to bunt, missed the ball, and that's when Nettles was picked off. Took the Yankees right out of an inning. Willie is fly to center and struck out. Straight away center field, and Geronimo's there. He can't find the hole. There are 2 out. And Fred Stanley. Wait a minute, I think Billy's calling him back. Fred Stanley is ready to hit, but Billy Martin is waving him back in.
Howie Hendricks coming across the outfield.
Well, you got to try for the long ball now, Joe. Oh, the changeup had him out in front, strike 1. He won't give Elrod a fastball. 2 beautiful changeups. 0-2.
Sparky has a method of getting his starting pitchers out as early as he does. He feels that he prevents some sore arms. Late in the ball game, he brings the fresh guy in. They're tired at 7th, 8th, and 9th. They're more susceptible to bad pitches. The staff stays fresh the whole season.
Popped him up. Tony Perez. Oh, Hendricks flies out. And now at the end of 6 full innings, it's Cincinnati 3 and the Yankees 2.
What you see is a trophy that is presented to the winning team, and should Cincinnati win this game, they will be presented with that trophy by the commissioner, and we have our cameras set up. We'll be covering the celebration. And should the Yankees win, we'll be right back here, 6 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. All kinds of ifs. Jim Mason is a new shortstop. If there's a game Saturday, you got baseball, football doubleheader. No, tennis, Sunday, baseball, football. Here is Johnny Bench. 7 for 13. A 2-run homer in the 4th. Popped up. Randolph is going out. Gamble is coming in. Gamble slips, staggers, makes the play. Boy, he looked like he didn't have all his tickets for the dance floor that time. He really stumbled. Watch him slip.
There's some soft spots with that all-night rain or all-day rain yesterday. During infield practice, some balls hit to the outfield that just stuck in the mud.
1 out, and Geronimo is the batter. Geronimo singled and stole a base in the 3rd inning. Bounced out short to first in the 4th. 3 for 11 in the series. Strike 1. Cincinnati 3, New York 2. We're in the top of the 7th inning. A 2-run homer by Johnny Bench, the big blow. Munson's been the big hitter for the Yankees. He is 3 for 3. Strike. Figueroa, 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. That's a line score. Cincinnati 2-7-0 for the Yankees. Figueroa's done a good job. Caught him looking. Second strikeout. No doubt about it. Geronimo knew it. And that brings up Dave Concepcion. He walked in the 3rd inning and bounced out 3rd to 1st in the 5th. 2 strikes.
Joe, there have been very few argued calls in the first 4 games. It's been a well-umpired game. No discussion at all on plays on the bases. We've had several close ones. Fine umpiring.
Base hit. He just reached out for it, and it's a base hit. There's a case of a guy hitting a good pitch. Many times, it almost always bugs you. When a guy gets hit, they say it was a hanging curveball. That was in a good spot. Watching.
Munson motioning. He wanted the ball a little bit lower, probably. Not belt high. He did fool. He had his tailgate flying.
So Concepcion is on, and it brings up Pete Rose, and obviously a base-stealing threat. Davey gets a good lead at first. They've been able to get a 4-step jump. Concepcion's 1 for 1 stolen bases in this series, 21 for 31 during the regular season.
He doesn't have the lead that Morgan had down there earlier when he stole. Maybe 2 strides shorter. But he's getting back standing up. And he knows he can go a little bit farther. Then he makes him dive.
Strike. Different players have different ways of measuring. I remember Ken Boyer, as we look at Pete Rose, used to always say he'd get a lead that if he fell, he'd be a body's length and arm away.
Step in the dive. That's what Morgan and Concepcion
Step in the dive.
About.
One ball, 1 strike. Pete Rose takes a good look at Scherger, and he's just a little bit busier this time. I'd have to take a look. Here's where I'd gamble a pitch out, Phil.
All right.
See what happens. He's gone. He got him. Might have got him too. Yep. Okay, Concepcion's out. Munson, a beautiful throw. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 3-2, Cincinnati over New York. What a beautiful shot as our helicopter and our cameraman have been getting great shots all night. You're looking at Times Square. New Year's Eve. The music of Guy Lombardo, and here it is tonight. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, game 4. It'll be Rivers, White, and Munson for the New York Yankees. Cincinnati 3, New York 2.
Phil, with Rose playing Rivers so close the entire series, he may take the bunt away from down in that area, but does he ever drag in the direction of the second baseman? And beat
Yeah,
the pitcher
I don't
over?
understand
Or
it.
get the first baseman to feel the ball and beat the pitcher with the
Nope,
bag?
I haven't seen him do it once all year.
Well, he got to learn that. I know
really
he's taking
should.
some bunting lessons from you in spring training.
Mickey Rivers popped in shortstop in the 1st, fly to left in the 3rd, single, stole a base and scored in the 5th. Rose comes in. You almost want to describe it as a 3-man line. Low. Strike. One ball, 1 strike. Gary Nolan has gone all the way. He's allowed the Yankees 2 runs, 7 hits. Figueroa, 3 runs, 6 hits. Popped up behind the plate comes Johnny Bench and reaches into the stands, almost makes the play. He really hit that hard. He about made that play. He knew exactly where that wall was. Now watch once you get there, really reach in there. He's into the 2nd row. With that glove, it's almost like a first baseman's mitt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Look at the umpire pursuing the play to see if there was going to be fan interference or see if he caught it cleanly. Good hustle by Deegan. What a try by Bench.
He had a great catch of that guy's ear.
Yeah.
Johnny Bench. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball, left center field. Geronimo going over, so is Foster. Foster makes the play. Rivers is out.
Bullpen keeps going for Cincinnati. Billingham, number 43, McEnany, now the left-hander, has replaced Pedro Borbon. Sparky knows the value of a short left-handed relief man in this park.
Roy White bounced second to first in the first inning, flied to right in the third, flied to left in the fifth. Shallow center field, Geronimo coming hard, makes the play. Two outs, and here is Thurman Munson. Should get a nice hand from this crowd. Munson singled and scored in the first inning. Scored from first on a double by Chambliss. Singled in the third inning, and drove in a run in the fifth when he singled to center field to drive in Mickey Rivers.
The two catchers have had a bunch of hits between them. Munson's got 8, Bench got 7.
Munson has 5 consecutive hits. The series record is 6. Goose Goslin did it in 1924 for the Washington Senators against Pittsburgh. Did it over 3 games, 1-4-1. Big time at bat for Thurman. Foul. 2 quick strikes. It's the first time he's tried to pull the ball, nobody on base.
Yep. Nolan now, excuse me, Phil, he's getting that changeup or breaking ball a little bit more inside part of the plate.
If you're wondering why the pitchers are walking around a lot, they're blowing in their hands, and I don't know who started the rule, but you can't do it on the mound, you must do it off the mound. I don't know, I guess good housekeeping did that.
I could never understand that rule.
What's the difference with the way you do it? Base hit. Munson has just tied Goose Goslin. He's got his 4th base hit of the night. And he joins 120 other guys, I guess, with 4 hits in the game. Munson continues his tremendous hitting.
That's 6 in a row, right? Sparky's going to go to the left-hander with Chambliss, May, Nettles, and Gamble coming up. He's giving the call to McEnany.
Well, he goes with the percentages.
Oh, he does. He's a guy that McEnany's been a forgotten man this year. He's pitched poorly. He gave a good relief job earlier. He's coming in again.
There you see McEnany. 4 hits in the game. 35 times it's been done. Munson does it tonight. And there's a break in the action here at New York with the score. Cincinnati 3, New York 2.
Wherever the Reds looked in this game, Munson seemed to be there. On the field or at the plate. In the 7th, he finally chases Nolan out with his 4th hit in the game. And 6th straight series hit, tying a record set over 50 years ago by Goose Goslin. This was a very tight ball game in the 7th, but all Sparky Anderson wanted to talk about was Thurman Munson.
Nice ball game. Go on in. Hell of a game. That's on a guy who can flat hit. Yeah. He is really a good hitter. Woo, he's a good hitter.
This mother can hit, can he?
Oh, he can hit. He just stays right with the ball. He doesn't do anything. Yeah, he just stays right there and keeps everything in and goes with the ball.
But he just shortens up when he gets 2 strikes. It's like that
Cardi.
Matlock.
Rico Cardi.
Go Matlock.
He can flat hit. That's on a guy who can flat hit. Yeah, he just stays right there and keeps everything in and goes with the ball.
What Sparky Anderson wanted to say was that Munson can flat hit.
The house that Ruth built, and with Munson tying a record, when you talk about records at Yankee Stadium, you must talk about the Bambino. There he is, a home run, a familiar scene. Lou Gehrig will be at the plate, and boy, he knows what to do when he hits the home runs. There is Lou Gehrig to greet him. How many times that happened? Will McEnany in relief of Nolan, so no National League pitcher has been able to pitch a World Series complete game since Blast of the Pirates in that final game in '71 against the Orioles. 30 games in a row with no complete game. Munson, who ties Goose Gosling with 6 consecutive hits and joins 35 others in having 4 hits in a World Series game. There you see him. That list
includes
really got some great names.
Joe Garagiola.
Yeah, but some of the good players like Freddie Lindstrom, Max Carey, Mel Ott, Joe Medwick, Hank Greenberg, Ripper Collins, Bill Dickey, Stan Hack, Charlie Keller, Wally Moses, Enos Slaughter, Kurowski, Monty Irvin, Vic Woods, Gilliam, Mantle, Wills, Brock, Robinson, Jackson, Staub. Only 2 guys didn't do it were you 2 guys.
We were defense.
So Munson is on at first. 2 men out, and Chris Chambliss is the batter against Will McEnany. 3-2, Cincinnati leading, bottom of the 7th. Didn't mean to swing, bouncing ball to Morgan. That ends the inning. 1 pitch, McEnany gets the job done at the end of 7. Cincinnati 3, New York 2. There it is from our helicopter live, Yankee Stadium, and this is the 76th World Series game played at Yankee Stadium. It started in 1923. Top of the 8th, bright lights of New York. Cincinnati leading 3-2.
Figueroa's pitched well. He'd like to get that 1 pitch back that he threw in the 4th inning to bench. The 2-run home run got a little inside. There you tell where the statistics on Figueroa.
Should Cincinnati win, of course, it's all over. Should the Yankees pull it out, we'll be back here tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Pete Rose, he's 1 for 3. He doubled in the 1st inning. Ball 1. 3 for 14 in the World Series. Left center field, Mickey Rivers taking charge. Makes the play, and there's 1 away. Rose flies to Rivers. Brings up Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 3. 1 for 15 in the series. 2-strike pitch. After throwing the plate, Munson's going to make the play, and he does. Griffey is out. Munson, Chambliss.
Durbin-like bench pops out from behind home plate very quickly. Well, it wasn't that quick that time. Griffey thought it might go foul. He hesitated. We got 2 of the best in the business behind home plate today, guys.
Yes,
in this World Series.
So there are 2 away, and here is Joe Morgan. Morgan bounced out in the 1st, walked, stole a base and scored, and then singled. It's a strike. 5 for 14 in the World Series. Deep to right center field. Rivers gonna have room. Makes the play, so it's 1-2-3 for Cincinnati in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cincinnati 3, New York 2. Yankee Stadium from above. Cincinnati leading 3-2, bottom of the 8th, and Billy Martin has gone to his bench. Lou Piniella, who is 3 for 8 in this series, will pinch hit for Carlos May. Line drive left field. Foster is there. Boy, he makes that outfield really look easy.
He does. Every time the Yankees hit the ball on the nose, somebody catches it.
Here is Nettles. Nettles bounced out in the 2nd inning, single to right in the 4th, had a base hit in the 6th. 3 for 12. Greg Nettles in the series. Takes it low, 1-1. Moves him back. 2 balls and a strike. Outside. 3 balls and a strike. Ball 4. Nettles draws the base on balls. And just as McEnany delivered the pitch, Concepcion moved behind the bag. They had overshifted. McEnany walks Greg Nettles, and it brings up Oscar Gamble.
Raleigh Eastwick has begun to throw now for Cincinnati.
Gamble popped to the third baseman in the second inning. Safe on an error in the fourth and popped to the second baseman in the sixth. 3-2, Cincinnati leading in the bottom of the eighth. Left field, George Foster going back. He's there. 2 outs.
It's a perfect outfield for Cincinnati's speed. Any of those long fly balls or line drive, with the speed they have, they could just outrun and run all day long.
They've done it throughout the whole series.
Their pitchers have been able to take advantage of the park, keeping the ball away. Tough situation, making them hit to the deep part of the park.
When you go into a park, as you well know, guys, you always say, which is the outfield where I can get the most outs? And here it's from right center to left center. Big park. Randolph, strike one. You play them a certain way, and your pitchers have to pitch them, so they hit that way. Cincinnati pitching has been able to do that. Bouncing ball to Concepcion. He's got it to Morgan. The force is on. That ends the inning. So at the end of 8 complete innings, Cincinnati 3, New York 2. The preceding message was furnished by Major League Baseball. It'll be Perez, Dreesen, and Foster in the top of the 9th against Figueroa, who has gone all the way. Cincinnati 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. The Yankees 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Looking ahead, the bottom of the 9th for New York, it'll be Mason or a pinch hitter, Rivers, and White. Perez bounced out. Chambliss unassisted in the second inning, lined to center field in the 4th, bounced out third to first in the 6th. 5 for 16 in the World Series. Affectionately called Dog, top dog. Strike. Billy Martin is down to 3 outs. Sparky Anderson 3 outs away from back-to-back championships. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hot smash, foul ball. Tony Kubek is headed for the Cincinnati clubhouse. Should they win, we will, as always, been doing it for 30 years now. We'll cover the winning clubhouse. Top of the 9th, Cincinnati leading 3-2. They thought they had it, and Munson complains about it, as you can see. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Too close to take with 2 strikes.
Take a pitch like that, you're usually just fooled. Billy Martin chipping in. You see Gene Michaels on the headset. Brody Tebbets, Carl Keir, Clyde King setting the defense with the walkie-talkie as the ball is fouled off. Ball 4. Perez draws the base on balls. That's a 4th walk given up by Figueroa. It brings up Dreesen, who flied to left in the 2nd inning, fouled to the catcher in the 4th, popped to the second baseman in the 6th. The designated hitters, that really tells the story. Cincinnati 357, the Yankees .070. And Sparky said he doesn't like the designated hitter. And after having used him, he thinks less of it. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike. Munson won't throw the ball back. Figueroa has to motion for it. He's John with Bill Deegan. They're going at it pretty good. 2-2 pitch. Gets away from Munson. It heads for the dugout, misses it, and Perez stops at second. It's a wild pitch charged to Figueroa. Here's the pitch. Looked like a breaking ball. Thurman tried to backhand it, couldn't find it for a minute.
Every time you throw the curve that breaks away, it bounces the other way, Joe, doesn't it?
Sure does. It's a play you just have to practice in spring training, boy, and you hate it. Lee Wyer's calling time. Bruce Fleming is calling time now at first base. They got some jawing going on. Billy Martin and Fleming.
Oh, he threw Martin out.
Here we go. Bottom of the ninth inning, and now Fleming is going after with Martin.
I tell you, I thought in the World Series you had to have a little patience. Something a lot of the Yankee ball players have said, Joe, they're not taking anything away from the American League umpires, but they figure the American League umpires don't want to make it look like they're giving the Yankees any breaks. And so a lot of the close calls have gone against the Yankees.
Billy Martin ejected. Earl Weaver was thrown out by Shad Crawford in 1969. And now Billy Martin has just been launched.
And now Shad Crawford has turned and pointed the finger. And Crawford moves on over toward the dugout. And that's Earl Weaver, the manager of the Baltimore Orioles, coming out now. Shad Crawford calling balls and strikes here today. And Weaver's just behind him as he moves back, and he's out of the ball game. Earl Weaver has been thrown out of this World Series. Their gesture is repeated.
Kind of I'd have to say, a unique time. Nothing was really happening. It was a wild pitch. Perez went to second. Wire at third base pointed to the dugout. Then Fromming pressed the button, and Billy was gone. Foul tip. There is Fleming. Gone. Now here comes Billy. You're going to throw me out. You're going to hear my whole speech. And if you could read lips, you know what Fleming said. That was rated X. Ball four. Dreesen draws the walk. And here comes Yogi, who obviously is running the club with Billy Martin having been ejected. Yogi getting a standing ovation from this crowd.
I don't think there's anybody that doesn't love Yogi.
Well, if Figueroa get a big hand. Yep. Good. Listen. The Yankee bench really congratulating Figueroa, who did a tremendous job. The line score on him, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. There's a break in the action as we wait for the new Yankee pitcher here in New York with the scores Cincinnati 3, New York 2. As we look at Joe Morgan, Sparky Anderson, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench will be singing with Bob Hope in Cincinnati on Sunday. His feature song, Bad Boy Leroy Brown. And on October 29th, Friday, 2 hours, Bob Hope's World of Comedy. Lucille Ball, Neil Simon. We'll have sketches, past quarter century of his shows. Jack Benny, George Burns. That's October 29th, 8 to 10 on NBC. As Munson talks to Tidrow with Perez at second base. Not much strategy to go by. There's nobody out. First and second, Cincinnati leading by a run. 3-2 win in ninth.
Forced to bunt in this situation, Joe?
No way.
No way. Huh?
If he bunts, I think Sparky and I will both be really surprised. Straight away center field. Perez is tagging up, and so is the base runner Dreesen at first. Rivers makes the play. Perez is heading for third. The throw is not in time. So they get Foster, but they pick up a base. One out. Dreesen remains at first. Johnny Bench is the hitter. Bench popped to the second baseman in the third. Hit a 2-run homer in the fourth and fly to right in the seventh. Dick Tidrow. Second series game. He pitched 2 scoreless innings in the first game. His first game. Dreesen's at first, Perez is at third. Deep to left field. Roy White going way back, leaps and home run. It's a home run. They've signaled home run. Even though Roy White, the left field umpire, Lou DeMuro, has signaled a home run, so Johnny Bench has just hit his second home run of the night, a 3-run homer, and the Cincinnati Reds now lead 6-2. Roy White really gave that ball a chase, and here it is.
White has made many plays like this, Joe, during the year. He's got a way of timing his leap. But it did not hit his glove. You saw it hit the fan there and then come back on the field.
He quickly chased the ball. Here's another angle from our center field camera. Look at him find the wall, get above the fence. You see the ball hit the fan, but Lou DeMuro, the umpire left field, ruled home run immediately. We get a gust of wind here. Boy, that's blowing a lot of the fans right out of the ballpark, along with Johnny Bench's 3-run homer. Johnny Bench.
Just about wrapped it up for Bench to be the hero of this series.
What a series he's had. Geronimo fouls it off. 2 home runs by Bench in this game ties a record for a National League player. There you see him. 8 for 15 he's had in this series. Hot smash, base hit, extra bases for Geronimo. It's a 2-base hit. Fan came up with the ball, so it's a ground rule double. Geronimo is on at second. And here is Dave Concepcion. Concepcion walked into third, bounced out, third to first in the 5th, single to center in the 7th. Fair ball. It's extra bases. Geronimo will come to score as the fan grabs that ball, and Geronimo has himself a double. It's a 7-2 ball game, and here comes Yogi once again. So the Cincinnati Reds really putting it on ice here in the top of the 9th. Johnny Bench, a 3-run homer. Concepcion has just driven in another run, and it's 7-2. Didro is being replaced. The Yankees jumped out in front in their bottom half of the 1st when, after 2 were out, Sparky Lyle looks like he's going to be the new pitcher. Bench has just hit a big home run here in the 9th inning. They've scored 4. We've got a break in the action here. We're in the top of the 9th, 7-2 Cincinnati. Sparky Lyle. Certainly our thanks to National League Blake Cullen, the Public Relations Director. Dick Wagner, Vice President of Cincinnati, Jim Ferguson, the Publicity Director, Roger Rule, Promotion Director. For the Yankees, Cedric Tallis, the Vice President, and Marty Appel, Publicity, and Barry Landers, Promotion Director, for all the help they've given us. Bob Fisher of the American League. As Pete Rose takes his strike. Right at Randolph, he's got it. Flips to Chambliss. Rose is out. Concepcion moves to third. Thanks to Commissioner Bowie Kuhn, Johnny Johnson, Joe Reichler, Bob Weirs, Director of Information, Dave Meister, Director of Radio and TV. Many people involved in a World Series, but right now it's Cincinnati and the Yankees. Cincinnati, bouncing ball. Griffey, out. Chambliss unassisted. That ends the 9th inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Cincinnati 7, New York 2.
Well, what else can I say, boys? As your manager, I wanted to win this World.
Bottom of the 9th inning. Cincinnati out in front by the score of 7-2. Otto Velez has come out of the Yankee dugout. He'll be the pinch hitter against Will McEnany. Velez is batting for Mason. Otto Velez. Out of play, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Velez is out on strikes, a curveball. McEnany gets his first strikeout. 1 out, and it brings up Mickey Rivers. Still trying to hit it past Rose. Needless to say, Rose is right on his doorstep as we look at the Cincinnati dugout. They're poised, ready for the victory celebration. Right to Pete Rose. He got him. The 1 ball he hit hard, and Pete Rose was there. Mickey Rivers finally lines one at Rose, and what do you think, Phil?
He caught it.
Right there. 2 outs, and the Yankees are down to their last out. Roy White. If Roy White should get on, it'll give Munson a chance to be the first player ever to get 5 hits in a game. He's already gotten 4. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs, 7-2, bottom of the 9th. Cincinnati leading. This could be it. Left field. George Foster. Geronimo Foster makes the catch. That's it. The Cincinnati Reds win the World Series in 4 straight. It was a sweep. The final score, Cincinnati 7, the New York Yankees 2.
While the Reds talked about the Yankee catcher, the Yankees will be talking about Johnny Bench all winter long. As always, he was all over the field on defense, trying to catch everything in sight. While the Yankees defense the Reds running, Bench provided the one element which can't be defense: pointing the bat, a new theory, timing the pitcher's motion. And there it goes.
You have to hit. You're hitting all the way.
After his toughest summer of injury, pain, and frustration, Johnny Bench comes back in flying red colors to bring his team closer towards a red October sweep. The homer gives the Reds a lead, which they hold into the 9th. It's a close 3-2 ball game. Dick Tidrow is on the mound.
Let's play baseball. Johnny Bench.
Once again, it's Johnny Bench.
Get out, boy. Get out of here. Get out of here. Boys, I got news for you. We're going to be world champions again, Sugar Bear. I got news for you. We are now going to be world champions again. Huh? No, I mean, you know, if our big men don't swing, what do? We die. We die. We're not going to die. We don't play that way. Hey, Dougie, oh, way to go! Hey, John! Gary, that's the boy. Hey, you big cat, you! Atta boy. We're world champs, men.
Cincinnati scores 1 more to make the final score 7-2. And Sparky said it. They're world champions again. 7 straight victories over the Phillies and the Yankees in October. Sparky Anderson said that the Reds did their job on the field, and now it's up to others to consider whether this is one of the greatest teams of all time. They all earned their victory, but no one earned it more than the catcher Johnny Bench.
Play with these guys, and they've done the job all year. And then you're able to do something just, you know, to make up for everything you haven't done all year. It's just, you know, a great inspiration for me. It's great.
The summer wasn't easy for him, but October was great. His .533 batting average, his power and overall field leadership earned him the series' most valuable player award. And that's all as it should be, because he's one of the best ever to play this game. The Red sweep in October offers history a challenge, but history can also return the challenge. Consider the Yankees of Babe Ruth, who once swept 2 straight series and 12 straight series games in October. Or the Yankees of Joe DiMaggio, who won 4 straight World Series titles. And then consider the men in blue and white pinstripes like Yogi Berra and Billy Martin, who once won 5 straight World Championships. And if that's hard to believe, then as their manager Casey Stengel would say, you could look it up. And just recently, Reggie Jackson and the green-clad A's of Oakland celebrated 3 consecutive October championships. And now the Reds have come in October to win 7 straight games, 2 straight world titles. Time will wait to see how much farther they can go. But this year, they left no doubt that it was truly a Red October.
The Cincinnati Reds win their 4th World Championship. They won in 1919, 1940, 1975, and 1976, becoming the first National League team to win in consecutive years since the New York Giants did it 1921 and 1922. And the Reds' 7-game sweep in postseason play, and the first team to do that, and there they are, led by Pete Rose, Pat Zachary. It's the first 4-0 series since 1966 when Baltimore did it over Los Angeles. Bob Bailey. Cincinnati Reds have just won it. There goes the commissioner. The winner is Nolan. It's his first series victory. 7 starts. And the American League edge is now 43-30 in World Series play as the Cincinnati Reds defeat the New York Yankees 7-2. Phil, what do you think?
Well, I'm very disappointed, Joe. I know I was rooting for the Yankees, but it was unbelievable what this club did. They made a couple of mistakes tonight, but like you said, they make a mistake, but they got a string on it. They take it back.
It's a tough ball club, this Big Red Machine. And now you see Johnny Bench, who was voted the most valuable player in this World Series. Bench, who was 2-time National League most valuable player, was the most valuable player in this series, and certainly deservedly so. With a tip of the hat to Thurman Munson, his counterpart on the Yankees. Munson had himself 4 big base hits, but Bench had 2 big home runs, a 2-run homer in the 4th, and he had that big blast in the 9th, which really nailed it for the Cincinnati Reds. There is the clubhouse, Bob Bailey, Alcala. There is Nolan, Pat Zachary, Pete Rose, Larry Starr, the trainer, McEnany right in the middle. And shortly, of course, the champagne will come, and Tony Kubek is there. And let's go to Tony in the clubhouse.
All right, Joe and Phil, with me, little Joe Morgan. You had a few bad hops, but congratulations. 2nd consecutive World Championship. It's always more difficult to repeat, Joe.
Right, the second time around is always the toughest, and I tell you what, I'm very pleased. I'm very happy for all the guys because they're a great bunch of ball players, and they put it all together there toward the end of the season and went right through the playoffs and right on into the World Series. And they're great. It's just great to be on a team like this.
Joe, I think it can honestly be said, and your pitching staff has been maligned, but they gave up just 8 earned runs in 4 ball games. They said that was your weakness. I've never believed it's a weakness. I know you haven't either.
Right, I've said all along, ever since I've been here, that the pitching staff is underrated here because we don't have a big 20-game winner because Sparky uses the whole staff all the time. And that keeps guys from winning 20 games, but they do the job that we asked of them. Hold them close, and we'll get them some runs. And that's what we've been doing all year, and we worked out that well in the playoffs and the World Series.
Joe, the big question's been asked most of this week during the off days, rain yesterday. Is this ball club really as good as the all-time great teams? I really believe it is. I think you could play in any era and compete with any team in the history of baseball.
I don't see how you can have a much better team. You may can, but I don't see how because we have hitting, average hitting. We have power hitters. We have base running speed. We have base stealers. We have a good defense, and we have a very good pitching staff, as you just mentioned. And I don't see how you can have much better than that because we put it all together and use it all, and plus on top of that, we're very aggressive.
I got to do one more thing. Wes Stock said you're supposed to call him about something out in the West Coast. He's a new pitching coach with Seattle. You give him a call. He wants you to do a clinic for him.
Okay,
thank you, Joe. All right, right now, the Commissioner of Baseball, Bowie Kuhn, Sparky Anderson, congratulations. The President of the club, Bob Hausum. The Chairman of the ball club, Mr. Louis Nippert. Congratulations to y'all. And Mr. Commissioner, I'm going to let you do the honors.
All right.
Tony. I'm very proud on behalf of professional baseball to present to Gus and to Bob and to Sparky and to this great championship team of Reds, the first team to win 2 consecutive World Championships in the National League since 1921-22. A truly great team, beautiful trophy, emblematic of this team and what you've achieved. Congratulations to you all on behalf of everybody in baseball.
Let the boss speak.
There you go.
All right, let me get over here. This is the chairman of the board of the Cincinnati Reds, Mr. Louis Nippert. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Well, it's a great satisfaction to say the least, and we're very happy for the team to put up the show they did, and the team here and in New York gave us a good go of it.
Mr. Nippert, I see your wife give you a little peck. You've got all lipstick over your face. Congratulations. Bob Hausum, the president of the ball club.
Well, Tony, this was one I wanted more than anything because I think that you may only see the last balanced teams of baseball, and I wanted it so bad because this was a great club and they worked so hard, and Sparky and his coaches did such a great job.
Bobby, you did it in such style. You proved that your pitching staff that you helped put together with some trades and bringing them through the farm system, it's been maligned, but it's been a good pitching staff. It showed in this series.
They did a fine job. I think everybody did a great job for us, all 25. They helped us win, and it takes 25, Tony, as you know, when you played.
And it's more difficult to repeat. Commissioner Sparky Anderson, I want to get a word from Sparky. Congratulations, Spark.
Tony, thank you. But the proudest I think I am of this club is they showed that you can have class and pride and still be world champions. You don't have to be madmen and the different kind. This club here is the greatest club that's come down the pike for one reason. They got more class than any other baseball team has ever had.
There's one guy shows the way, and that's you, Sparky. Thank you so much. Commissioner, any final words? Johnny Bench with 2 big home runs. Baseball commissioner? All right. Thank you, sir. Johnny, what a way to have a World Series after somewhat of a disappointing year. Fantastic. 2 home runs.
What a way to make a year. That made it, Tony. Mom and Dad out there, and I know they're excited as I am. I think in all my years, this is probably the biggest thrill I've had.
All right, John. We're going to have you take a look and tell us about the home run that you hit, the second home run.
Well, I thought he was going to throw me a fastball running in on me. I was where the play, and it looked like it was a slider. I really stayed with it. I wanted to hit the ball in the air somewhere and try to get that run in because I really didn't feel safe with a 1-run lead at that point.
Johnny Rivers didn't get on base to try and challenge your arm. Every time somebody did, you gunned them out. The Yankee ball club struggled along, but your pitching staff, to me, is the thing that was so important, I know, to you guys in this ball club.
Well, they didn't get the credit. I knew they could do the job. I really wanted to play them down as much as I could because sometimes when you don't give a guy enough credit, you really don't look for that much. And these guys, Gary Nolan, what a story, and Gullett, it's just, you can go down the line, Tony, but this is just one great effort. I've never really enjoyed anything as much as I have tonight.
John, I don't know if you've heard this or not. Our producer, Roy Hammond, just gave me the word. You were named most valuable player of the 1976 World Series. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. What a thrill. It makes up for it, everybody, and I'm just so excited because this ball club deserved it.
John, congratulations, and thank you. Come on, let's come on and Pete. Peter. Hey, congratulations. You repeated. You proved you can play with anybody and maybe any team in the history of baseball. It's a great ball club, a great bunch of guys.
Got to give credit to Bench tonight. He swung the bat in the whole series and hit 2 home runs tonight, but I think got to give a little extra credit to our pitchers. We give up 8 runs in the 4 games, and everybody knocked our pitching staff coming in this series, and they had a 2-point earned run average for the 4 games, so it was strictly a team effort, and we're very happy.
Pete, you've been noted as an offensive ball player. You've never gotten the credit that you should for playing defense when you're at second base, left field, now third base, but you took the bat psychologically right out of the hands of Mickey Rivers. That was quite a performance.
I really didn't think he could hit the ball to left. He's never shown me he could hit the ball. Even watching him in batting practice, he could hit the ball hard to left field down the line. And the last time up, he hit a rope right to me. But I had him thinking anyway about the bunt. And you can't give Mickey Rivers a bunt base hit because he gets on and just steals second, steals third, and that was our psychology behind that. Sparky told me just shake hands with him if I had to be in there. But it's great to win. Tony, you was on several winners, and it's tough to win 2 in a row. And here we are, and we're just very happy.
Better club than last year?
Oh, this is the best club in 14 years I've been associated with at Cincinnati, and I think it was strictly a team effort this year. Mike Lum helped us, Bob Bailey, Dreesen. Our bench has been great. Armbrister, Plummer, Flynn, the whole crew. They just did a whole great job.
Congratulations, thank you. Let's go back upstairs quickly.
Thanks. Okay, Tony. Phil, I know we were watching it, the 2 of us, and we had to comment that it was kind of different than most celebrations. Johnny Bench, with the quiet pride that he had, almost choked up with emotion because it's been a tough thing for Johnny Bench with the injuries, and this was a genuine big thrill for him. Bob Howsam, almost with sadness in his voice, said something that you just wonder if it was something in the future that he was thinking about. He said this may be the last balanced team. Is he thinking about the free agents that may be on the market? You just wonder about that. But at any rate, the Cincinnati Reds are a good, tough ball club. They swept the Yankees, and I guess the statistics really prove it. Reds hit for 313, the Yankees for 222, 22 runs, 8 for the Yankees. Phil, your ball club was a good ball club.
Joe, they don't have to hang their head in shame.
No,
I think they had a great year. I think they got a taste of it now, and I think next year they'll come out and want to get back in and hopefully face the Cincinnati Reds again. They did not play the tight ball. Tonight they got a lot of breaks, more than they got in the first 3 games, but just weren't able to take advantage of it. You got to give credit to Cincinnati. Concepcion with a great play to break up a rally.
You can just about go right down the line. I think that Joe Morgan said it best. They've got aggressive base running. They've got good fielding. It makes no difference where you go. And with the designated hitter, at least with the pitcher in there, you can walk 8 guys to get to the guy you want to. But this is a good, tough ball club. There are all kinds of statistics. I got all kinds of notes. Foster, in case you want records, he had 8 putouts. That's a new series record, which is the least thing. It's about as exciting, I guess, as kissing your sister that you got the record like that when you win 4. And the Reds went through that series, Phil, using only 9 starters, not counting the pitchers. That tells you something.
Yes, it does.
Well, the Yankees, they were swept by the Cincinnati Reds. The Cincinnati Reds, back-to-back. Phil, it was good to work with you, I'll tell you that. We
Thanks,
enjoyed
Joe.
it.
Great again.
And, of course, it was great to work with Tony Kubek. We've had some great shots in this series. There are a lot of people who have to work very, very hard to put those shots together. We're going to show you some of these shots, and we're going to give you a list of the credits, the people who really make all this possible, as we begin with our over-the-head helicopter shot. So this is Joe Garagiola saying goodbye for Phil Rizzuto, Tony Kubek, and Marty Brenneman. We're from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Until next April 9th, we'll see you then on NBC's Game of the Week. Game 4 of the 1976 World Series has been brought to you by your Chrysler Plymouth dealers, who invite you to buy or lease the 1977 Volare, the small car with the accent on comfort. And by Gillette, makers of new Right Guard deodorant stick for all-day odor protection. Don't get dressed without it. And by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Players left as of Thursday: Chrissy Everett, Nancy Rishu, Virginia Wade. That's on Saturday. As I look at those names, having worked with many of them, you can just see what cameras they man. The great shots from the center field camera, from third base, first base, from behind the plate. Plays at second base, you were right there. The throws from the catcher. Good job, guys. You always hear about the Joe Garagiolas and Tony Kubeks and Phil Rizzutos and Marty Brennemans. These are the people that make it possible. And a reminder about next Sunday, we'll have a big doubleheader, football doubleheader, and it all starts with Grandstand. Check your local listings for the game. Of course, it begins with Grandstand, and as always, right here on NBC.